fellow earthers, I'm Amiena, and today I'm talking about the P word, procrastination. So procrastination is when you delay important things even though there are negative consequences. So a lot of the time people that procrastinate will say that they're lazy and that they're out of control, but in fact I would say it's the opposite. So when you procrastinate, it's actually because you want to control your own time. Even though something is very important and can change your life dramatically, you still want to be in control of your time. Just think about how many hours and days you can procrastinate skillfully in order to avoid doing that major thing. So in fact, you are an effective person at not doing what you need to do. So all you have to do is turn it around and become an effective manager of your life. And how you do that, I will tell you now in the next 4 or 5 steps. Okay, so the first thing is, number one, you got to get clear about what it is that you need to do. So of course, as everyone will tell you, have a to-do list. But have a to-do list with a difference. Okay, so what I do is I will write down, okay, I need to write a report, read a paper, examine a thesis, blah, blah, blah. Those are the things that I need to do. But of course, you're going to feel overwhelmed when you're looking at all of these things. So what you have to do is, I follow Brian Tracy and I ask myself the question, if I were to get sick for a month, or if I had to be called away for business for a month, what is the one thing on this list that if I have to do it today, if I have to complete it, it will have the most powerful effect on my life? And then you will circle that as 1. And you do the same, you ask yourself the same question for the second most important thing. If I were to fall sick for a month or be called away for a month, what is the second most important thing I need to do on this list that would have the most powerful effect on my life? So then you'll circle that as 2. So now you've got a to-do list that is prioritized. That's super important. Okay, so now your brain is clear that this is your goal. So now you look at number 1. And remember that the difficult part about procrastination is not the middle of your work. It's not getting through it later on. It's getting started, okay? So you want to get started. And James Clear has this wonderful way of doing it. And he says, just start small. Start so small that there's no way that you can fail, okay? And the way you do that is by literally you have to make it ludicrous. So if you have to study, and you have to study, you're looking at the entire textbook and you're saying it's so thick. But actually, what you do is you open the textbook, you go to the first chapter, and then you read the first line. That's all you do. You close the chapter. And your brain will say, come on, that's so easy. I think you can read 2 or 3 more lines. And then before you know it, you will have read the chapter. Same with writing a paper. Just start with 1 line. So start so small that you are guaranteed to succeed. And then because your brain likes to succeed, it likes to know that you're winning. And it's the same for losing weight. Don't think about the 2 weeks of meal prep that you have to do. Just think about the next 5 minutes. Are you going to choose a donut, or are you going to choose a nice cup of rooibos tea? So that's what you do. Okay, so now you've started small and you feel like you're achieving something. That's good, that's great. Now go to the next step, which is make yourself accountable to other people, okay? So what you have to do, if you want to start gymming, speak to that one friend of yours that you know is extremely committed and will really get you if you don't make it at 7 o'clock in the morning to go run. Get that friend and say, I'm running on Monday morning or Sunday morning, please come and get me, or let's get me at this place. So you make yourself accountable. It's the same with losing weight. So it's very easy to go to work and then indulge in the birthday cake of your colleagues if they don't know you're on a diet. So make yourself accountable to other people and tell them, I'm eating healthy because I enjoy feeling and looking good. So I'm not going to be eating cake anymore. And tomorrow when Fred or somebody brings birthday cake to work, you've already held yourself, you've already named it to claim it. So you've told everybody, and now they will look at you askance if you eat cake. So the next thing is called a temptation bundle by Katie Milkman at the University of Pennsylvania. And she talked about kind of enveloping whatever the difficult task is with something pleasurable. Okay, so that kind of leads me to the next step in a moment. Okay, so if you're watching TV. You can watch your best TV series or movie series while doing all of the ironing that you hate, okay? Or listening to that great music that you want to listen while exercising. Another one is eating at your favorite restaurant once a month with that difficult colleague that you have to meet with anyway. So you might as well get something nice out of it. And that leads me to my final tip, which is what I do all the time. And that is I give myself what I call pleasure payoffs. So it sounds similar to the temptation bundle, but not quite. So basically, once you're done with the report or whatever major task you really needed to do, your number one task, give yourself a pleasure payoff from the thing that you really want to do, the thing that is so exciting for you. So for me, it's researching topics on YouTube. I love that. I could do that whole day. But what I tell myself is I'm going to first complete this report. And once I do that, I give myself the freedom. I reward myself with this pleasure payoff. Okay, so those are my tips. There's so many other things that I can talk to you about procrastination, but I want to hear from you what works and what else do you want me to cover so that your life can be exactly the way you want it to be. You can follow me on Twitter with the hashtag #AmienaInspired and we can keep this conversation going. Okay, chat soon. Much love.